Hey guys, Dave here from Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds, and hanging out with my esteemed colleague.
I'm Ted.
And, you know, for you guys that have been hanging out with us for a while, you kind of know what this is. Every Sunday we put out the nerdy news and weekly digest. So basically what that is just a look back at what we did last week on the website and the YouTubes, where you're at here, where you might be seeing us. Or I'm going to start doing something new too. I'm going to start uploading these videos directly to Facebook. You won't get all the links that you do, but you'll know where we're putting stuff, so you can either go search it out with your Google foo, or you can just head over to the Nerdarchy website or head over to the YouTube where this video is going to also be uploaded, and all the links will actually be right in there in the description.
But the other thing we do with the nerdy news is, anything we have that's going on that's in the future, or is something that anything else that might be a connection point for one thing or another. We put it in here so you guys are forewarned, for knowledge, whatever you want to call it.
Would that fall under the nerdy news section of this?
I guess so.
This thing we do every week. Yeah, Ted's absolutely right. Sometimes friends of ours are doing Kickstarters and we want to help them promote it, or it might just be something that we might think in, or maybe we're doing an event, or I don't know, all kinds of things come up and we just throw it in here because it seems like the place to do. Actually, speaking of that, there's a new thing on the YouTube channel.
What is this?
Okay, so some of you guys have noticed that our videos have been ass lately. Like, this video might go up and be ass as well. I don't even know. Like, some of them I'm not even putting up video for. It's audio and, like, a picture. Because we've been having problems with our equipment.
Yeah.
Like, we're not sure if it's the camera or if it's the laptop that we record from itself. We kind of think it's the laptop. And, like, the solution to that problem may just be, like, spending $1,000 or whatever that
getting new equipment.
And getting new equipment, which we don't actually have, unfortunately. But now, if you guys want to help us out, we're putting out the hat, the tin cup, the jar, whatever you want to call it.
There you go. God.
So, whatever, now that I have hat hair for you guys, whatever you want to call it, right on YouTube, there is a section on the homepage. If you go to that homepage where you can actually contribute and help Nerdarchy, what we're going to use that money for is, again, when things like this happen, we can upgrade our equipment and get better stuff. With the advertising, we've used it, and we've gotten better lighting than we've had in the past.
Indeed.
And we're constantly going to take the money and throw it back into the channel and try and make it better, as well as the website. Whatever we can finagle.
Indeed.
And for those guys that you've been hanging out with through the horrible videos, we really do appreciate it. None of us are AV guys. We're complete amateurs when it comes to that stuff. We're just like four nerdy guys that like to talk about Dungeons and Dragons and other D&D stuff. So if you guys can help us out, that would be awesome. If not, hey, come hang out with us anyway. We enjoy that too. So we, as always, we have the subreddit, Nerdarchy, how to stay nerdy.
Yep.
Nate the Nerdarch manages that for us. And it's been slowly but steadily growing, so you guys are over there contributing and sharing and helping to grow the Nerdarchy community. We also have Philly GameCon coming up in the middle of April, I believe.
Yep.
And that's where Nerdarchy will be hanging out and running games for whoever shows up. Yeah, pretty much. There's four of us. We're each running two games, I believe. So that's
eight games that Nerdarchy is running.
So what is that like? It's like 32 hours worth of gaming or something.
Something like that, yeah. That's pretty crazy.
We have a new series we're going to be doing, and some people have already made some suggestions, and I've jotted them down. And that is for the GM 911. You've hit the brick wall, the proverbial brick wall in your campaign, and you don't know what to do. So what do? You call Nerdarchy.
Either you've got a player who's creating a problem in some way, shape, or form, or you've put out plot hooks and now you've worked yourself in a circle and you can't seem to get through it. Or any number of problems. You just put the...
loot happy. Who knows? There's all kinds of things that can go wrong.
You put whatever your issue is in the comments below. We'll, you can make it as generic as possible. We'll try to make our answers as generic as possible.
And give several solutions. So if it's a game thing, your players are watching, like, they won't know which way you're going to go.
Right.
But not only that, dude, like, a great resource for RPG stuff is the Nerdarchy comments. Like, there's a lot of people who put great stuff in there. They inspire me all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And give me great ideas. So, like, if we do, like, a really awesome video on some great topic, it probably came from the comments somewhere. You guys really help us out with that. So again, like, you know, if it's a game problem and you watch the video that we did on the subject and then you go to the comments, chances are your players are going to have no way of really knowing what exactly you're going to do.
Indeed.
You know, so there's that.
Well, we got the South Jersey Geek Fest.
We do have South Jersey.
So if the GameCon isn't enough, we're gonna, you know, if you happen to be local to the South Jersey area, there's another convention we're going to, and we're gonna run games there too.
Yeah, that one's at the beginning of April.
Yes.
Again, dude, there's links below, so you can just click and you can get all the details. If you're on Facebook, you can see this. Just head over to the Nerdarchy YouTube channel. Go find this video, and again, you'll have the links to what you need, or Google Fu it or something. You can get there. We're convinced. You guys are smart. We have a Kickstarter that we want to let you guys know about. Actually, we have two, but one that is ongoing right now. It's already kicked.
Right.
So you know if you guys contribute your dollars to this and get involved, you're gonna get what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's already passed its marker. It will be funded. It's got, like, you know, when I made the link earlier today, so it's got, you know, it was 27. So when you see this live tomorrow, it's, you know, 27 days still to go. So you got plenty of time to get involved and go check it out. But you wanna?
This is from our man Alex Agunas. We had him over one day, hung out with him, shot a video.
Mm-hmm.
He's a third-party publisher. He works a lot with Radiance. I think it's called Radiant House Publishing or Radiance, so. One of those. And what they're doing is Unbound Pact Magic. It's for Pathfinder, so you know if you're into Pathfinder, I would check it out. I've referred to Alex as the master of crunch. You know, he's quite proficient at that. So there's going to be some good stuff there for you guys to check out. We also have coming up Tuesday. It's supposed to launch. Cross our fingers. Finally going to get it. Resistor from Cardboard Fortress, which is an amazing game. It's a two-player game head-to-head, and it's a lot of fun. It's got different mechanics than I've seen in. I haven't seen them in any other game.
Yeah,
to be honest
I mean,
with
there's other games that have the, you know, somewhat of a card connecting fashion, but it's fairly unique. You know, fairly going to look at it. But basically, each player represents a supercomputer, and you play cards connecting the two computers that are supposed to represent, like, data lines and whatnot. And as the game goes,
the winner basically nukes the loser.
Yeah,
is the idea.
Indeed.
So, you know, and I believe you're going to be doing an article over on the website on this.
As soon as I'm probably going to start writing the article tomorrow, so that as soon as Nicole tells me that it's live, I can go grab the links, throw it in there, right to the article,
and put it
up there. I'm kind of one who, you know, really digs the Kickstarter stuff. You know, my wallet doesn't agree, but you know, so it's like, oh, anytime there's something that I really feel I want you guys to know about it, I'll do an article on it. You know, linking to all the other Kickstarter stuff I've talked about, and off we go.
I think of the news type stuff, there's only one more thing left. Our friend DMGInfo, who does awesome 3D terrain.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's like the DM Scotty 2.0 system or something like that. He had a problem. His channel, something went wrong with it, and lost all of his subscribers. And he had like close to 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
they're just all gone. So what we recommend is if you're into the 3D terrain or you just want to check it out because the stuff is really good. His videos
are fantastic.
His videos are super short,
mm-hmm.
and he's got a ton of them over there. You should go over there, click subscribe, support him. You know, leave some comments, like some stuff, share it. If you know other people that are into terrain, this is a great place to send them.
So go check him out. You know, hit subscribe so that, you know, he can get back to where he was.
And our condolences.
No, we haven't gone down that path, and pray it never happens. But, you know, I couldn't imagine having, you know, I have 10,000 subscribers down to none.
None, yeah.
But
because people, you know, like, I know how much work we put into our channel. I can only imagine, you know,
as a fellow
doing equal amounts or more.
As a fellow crafter, you know, I know what he's got to be going through with, you know, the preparatory for each of his videos, and then he actually spends more time because he has to do the data track or the voice track above it while he's doing the speed up of the video, because something might take a couple hours to make, and he's got to pare that down into minutes.
And he does a really fantastic job
absolutely.
of it.
But there is one more thing on the nerdy news, and the game that we play, more often than anything else is Dungeons and Dragons. And the one thing that, my group, or, our group, whatever you want to look at it, we rarely is dragons. And that's because, generally, in the Nerdarchy opinion, is if you're going to run a dragon encounter, it's got to be done right. You've got to have this superior intelligence, behind the scene. You've got to have deadly traps, all kinds of odd ways of thinking, so that
Hazards, minions,
so that the dragon who is in this situation feels comfortable and safe that no one is going to get to him, and when they do, they've signed up for their doom. So I'm running on the one shot group. I'm certain you guys have heard us talk about the Facebook group before, but if not, it's tabletop RPG one shot group on Facebook, and it's where Nerdarchy runs a lot of games. So I've got this thing. I'm starting the first one Thursday night. Event is already full, but we should have the link go out so that you guys can watch the game live, and hopefully I'm with players, because that's my mindset. Typically, when I run a game, it's all about story, and it's player driven, and I want to create a game that everyone feels a part of. With this one, it's not that. I've drawn the battle line. I've warned the players. I'm out for blood, and I expect PC death. So if you want to watch players die and watch me, try to go through this and see what Nerdarchy feels is a accurate portrayal of how to run a dragon encounter, come check it out.
Ted's putting the legendary in legendary monsters, my friends.
That's the plan. I hope I do it justice.
Now on to what we actually usually use this video for. Sorry, it's a little lengthy. We had a lot of stuff to go through. Did we even mention the Patreon?
No.
Ryan's been working on putting the Patreon together. That we're also going to be launching that soon too.
Indeed. So
that's going to be another way for you guys to get involved and help us out. Right now, the only thing we're going to do is say thank you for helping us. Later on, we'd like to come up with some reward levels. Hey, maybe you guys could even suggest some for us. That would be great.
Well, I'll absolutely take them into consideration.
Absolutely. Okay, so on the website, nerdarchy.com, Monday, Board Games and Review, Smash Up, Robots and Tricksters. Is this freaking game done yet?
At this point in time, I think this is like the 8th or 9th article I've done. And yeah, it's finally...
That's the last one.
That's the last one. Nice. Until next month when they release Pretty Pretty Princess.
Yeah.
And
so
I'll have to continue.
Actually, no, I'm busting your balls, but it's a good series. And Goblin Nerd kind of yelled at me. He thinks I'm kind of mean to you. But whatever, Goblin Nerd.
We like you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Ted's like, thanks for defending me. I'm probably still going to be mean to Ted. I've known him way too long. He's almost like a younger brother.
Well, basically.
Okay, Tuesday, we got character build for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the Archer or Crossbow Man in this case. So a little while ago, I did a character build mega article on Archer builds, right? So, but I didn't actually put any Archer builds into the article itself, because after I got to like 1,200 words or something, I'm like, I got to end this somewheres, right? So I'm like, I will come back and I will just do a second article. And that's what I did. So you can check that out. You can see how I built a crossbow man. Wednesday, how to Speaks Goblin, CCG. Doesn't mean what you think.
No, it doesn't. The Cockroach collector game.
Yeah, collectible Cockroach game. Only a goblin would play. So go check that out. That was a good one. I enjoyed it. Thursday, Scout Tracker, character build for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition.
I didn't know how to exactly label this one, but basically the character that I made, I called him Eyes, because third level, it could technically be done as a first level character, but I just felt to fit the whole theme of what I was working on, he was third. But basically, using the point buy system, I didn't roll anything exceptional. He's got a 21 passive perception and a 17 passive investigate with a pathetic, I think intelligence was 10.
Okay.
So totally incredible. He doesn't miss anything.
Well,
So-
good. They'll have to go over there to figure out how you did it.
Indeed. I'm not going to give away the secrets.
Well, and it'd be funny too if he had like an eye patch and only one eye.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And then Friday we end the week how we end every week pretty much anymore. The Kineticist.
Can it be? Is it Psionics?
Yeah, could it be? The Kineticist, a Psionic custom class for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition D&D 5e. This is another series that, it's really awesome that Nate's doing it, and he's doing a great job. It'll be really cool when he can turn his immense mental powers towards something else, Psionics, because, he did bring us the Wizard one, Wizards of Distinction.
Oh, yeah.
Which a lot of people seem to like as well. So it'll be cool when we can free up Nate's time a little bit to get a little more creative. But he loves his psionics, and
I don't think love is the correct word. I think obsession.
Yeah, well, and he's done a great job over there.
Absolutely.
Here at Nerdarchy, we're secretly afraid Watts is going to steal them from us to build our psionic handbook. So that is the week in review on nerdarchy.com.
Oh, man, and what comes next? We have got the YouTube channel, and oh, man, it just doesn't stop. I was, while I was preparing this list, I looked at one of the comments, and I don't know whether the guy was a new viewer or whatnot, but he's like, "Man, you guys are prolific." So on Monday, how to generate D&D ability stats, D&D 5th edition. We did Veraloth, the Divine Drought. We made a cool magic item, and we pretty much were inspired by a saying in the DMG that says you can't do this.
So we did it.
So we did it.
Yeah, the whole basis behind that series is we built a unique magic item right here live on camera for you guys. No prep, no nothing. Just throw it out there.
We come up with an idea, on camera and say, let's run with it. So then Tuesday, we started a new video series, Monster BFFs, the Kobold and the Otyugh. It's kind of a companion to our Dungeons & Dragons monster series. We link up two monsters that go well together in the setting, and
and sometimes they might be unlikely.
Indeed. So basically, you can use that to improve your DMing skills by checking out the Monster BFFs. Plot points in RPGs. Basically, it's right out of the Dungeon Master guides how to use plot points, and what our take was on them. On to Wednesday, we have world building, deities and demigods style, the Beggar King. We also had creating a 2-weapon fighter warrior. So more in our character build series. Thursday, we have more D&D monsters with the Kenku. It's a great video. If there's one to check out, I love that one. There's a lot of good stuff there. I'll later be linking back to that one with an article I'm going to write on Kenku to be able to make them be a player race for D&D 5.
Hey, and I just want to point out, when I suggested that one, you guys are like, what are we going to talk about those guys for? Well, I don't know anything about them, and then we delved into them, and it was one of the more fun monsters to do.
Indeed. So then we have the half-orc druid killer combos, unorthodox races and classes. And don't get fooled. It's not a half-orc druid killer. It's half-orc druid killer combo. So, yeah. But when I read that the first time, I'm like, why did we make a druid killer? That just sounds like a ridiculous build.
He really doesn't like druids.
So then Friday, we actually got a live gameplay, race day in Sharn, City of Towers. As always, you're running your 5th edition, game on the tabletop one-shot group.
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned that up above.
But, it was in here, so I figured it wasn't necessary.
You guys want a game with Nerdarchy? Friday mornings is another chance to do it. I take players that haven't gamed with us first, and then I fill in from there. I never know how many Nerdarchs I'm going to get in the game with us. This past game was both you and Ryan.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. So far, the captain seems to, be able to get Warforged all over the place.
It's almost like there's an somewhere popping them out.
So then, also on Friday, we had types of RPG fantasy from D&D DMG. This is basically right out of the DMG different types of fantasy games.
And you know what? I got to upend this real quick too, because we originally launched that video the day before, and it was completely broken. Remember, guys, when I mentioned we were having some problems, and like, you know, halfway through the video it just stops and wouldn't play anymore. Everything was out of sync, and I ended up having to, you know, rip apart the audio and the video and just use the audio on that video because the video was so bad. And dude, I felt so bad when I saw, like, I looked and saw like 5 dislikes within the first day.
5 dislikes. There was like 6 or 7 comments of like, hey, this video stops at 12 minutes.
Yeah,
and it was like a 30-minute video, so for the next 18 minutes it just,
and with nothing going on. So just us looking mentally challenged.
So you know, for those of you who you know, had to bear through that, I'm sorry. You know, we're doing the best we can here. So then, last but not least, the Trial of Uthgar. This was a session that I ran last weekend. For those of you who are following my D&D game, Uthgar had Uthgar
had some problems with the law.
Had some problems with the law, and and
accidentally murdering people.
As a lawful dwarf, he felt, you know, even though it was at the behest of a evil magic item that possessed him, he killed somebody, and he's not happy with that. So he turned himself in.
Yeah, and that video actually went out today, Saturday.
My apologies.
Well, you didn't actually say what day, so I figured I'd put it out there for them.
So then, you know, so that is the, you know, the first part of that session, you know, where the players are trying to investigate to try and find information to not have him just be executed or imprisoned, so that he can, you know, continue playing his character.
So you guys can check it out and find out if I get to keep playing the character or not. With that, guys, until next time,
stay nerdy.